Yo, what's really good on my day ones? Welcome back to the channel. So someone recently asked me what I was going to do in the Air Force, and I wanted to explain what I was going to do in the Air Force. And it's quite simple. I'm going to be a nurse in the Air Force. Here's the thing, is I knew I always wanted to go into the Air Force. The question is, what did I want to do and how do I want to go about it? For those who are wondering what I was doing with my master's, that's exactly what it was to get into the Air Force and receive my commission. I did exactly that. And as a nurse in the Air Force, I actually went from CVICU to trauma surgical ICU, which I recover a lot of trauma patients. For anyone who knows what trauma is, you deal with a lot of neuro and also a lot of fractures, different kind of cases like that. You're still dealing with hemodynamics, but it's a different kind of nursing that you're dealing with. It's not cardiac where it's hemodynamics, perfusion, which of course I'll miss it. Don't get me wrong, I'll miss cardiac, but these are like essential skills that I feel like I need to develop as well when it comes to nursing. What I wanted to talk about today in this video was the glass ceiling that does exist in the civilian world. And for those who don't understand what this glass ceiling is, you hit a certain level in your practice and you basically stop growing. When you utter or you verbalize that you want to progress in an area of nursing, like let's say for example I want to progress in admin, there was always goalkeepers. For those who don't know what a goalkeeper is, it's someone who's actually trying to prevent you from advancing. And unfortunately we live in a world where that happens quite frequently, and I knew one way to break that glass ceiling, and it was to actually go into the United States Air Force. You could ask anyone with a United States Air Force resume how easy it was for them to get a job. They get jobs right off the bat once they go into the civilian world. Now, with me in nursing, I want to advance in that area, in that realm where I want to get better at what I do, especially when it comes to the admin role or even informatics down the line, allowing me to elaborate more on the systems in place and how do I make nursing better for the upcoming people of these next generations. So those are questions that I asked myself as to how could I do it, and I only knew one way, and that was to get solid leadership skills where it wasn't offered to the civilian world, and that's where I took my talents, was to the Air Force. How long ago did I know I was going to go into the Air Force? Actually, I knew I was going to go into the Air Force when I was in high school. The problem was, when you're in high school, you really don't know what you want to do. For me, I've personally capped off on experience when it comes to cardiac, because I've kind of done everything that I wanted to do with the cardiac ICU portion of everything. That's what's happened, is like my practice was suffering no matter what I did, and I wanted to get better. So I asked myself, how do I do it? And for those who've been following me, in 2018 I enrolled in my master's, and I said, let's do this. And that's how I knew I was ready. I got the experience that I needed as a civilian to bring over with me to the Air Force side. So therefore, I could bring a half cup full. The Air Force is going to fill it up with the knowledge that I don't know and the knowledge that I need to know to become a better leader. And this is where I tell you that, anyone can do it. And that's why I chose Air Force nursing. There's Army nursing, there's Navy nursing, I don't even know if there's Marine nursing, but Air Force stuck up to me the most because that's what I've always wanted to do, and it's a matter of balance and lifestyle. That's why I chose them. And I'm excited because there's a lot of things coming my way. One specifically is CCATT. If you don't know what that is, that's Critical Care Air Team Transport. It's where you transport critically ill patients and you're part of the air transport team. But besides that, I wanted to take a break from actually telling you about my experience at OTS. Next week I'm going to follow up with week 1. Actually, I think I'm going to combine them, week 1 and week 2, so this series doesn't drag out, kind of like elaborate more on what happens within the next couple weeks, so the series doesn't drag out. I really want to get as much information out as I can while it's still fresh in my head. It's only been 25 days out of OTS, but it feels like it never happened. So hope you guys are doing well. I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all take care.